Just another dimension, premium cottons must have zero contamination. Recent surveys conducted by CRDC in conjunction with CSIRO and AXA of our spinning mill customers have confirmed Australian cotton's reputation as the world's lowest contamination growth. Our spinning mill customers recognise this, and Australian cotton industry works continuously to ensure that potential sources of contamination are eliminated. As an indication of our commitment to zero contamination, most Australian cotton is now shipped in 100% cotton bale covers. This eliminates any chance of the cotton in the bale being contaminated by the bag that it's delivered in. A quick look at our export destinations. Low and erratic production levels have certainly limited our ability to market Australian cotton forward over the past decade. This period coincided with the rise of China's textile market. China has dominated the spot trade over the last four years. However, Thailand, Indonesia, Japan and South Korea have remained important buyers of Australian cotton. Bangladesh, the second largest import market for cotton in the world, is also emerging as an important market for Australian cotton, particularly at the long staple end. As I mentioned, AXA has worked in conjunction with CSIRO and CRDC to conduct customer surveys, and these surveys show that Australian cotton is increasingly being used as the base fibre in the 40 to 59 count yarn production. The completed surveys for South Korea, Thailand and Japan confirm that Australian cotton is the preferred fibre in this category. This is important because 40 to 60 count yarn category is the premium yarn category, and this is where we want to position Australian cotton. The same surveys also revealed the market segments. It's important to consider the size of the market segment we're looking at. In this chart there are 4 market segments. I'll quickly run through them. Below 30 count is coarse count, and 30 to 39 is medium count. These two categories make up 81% of the market and are considered commodity yarns. That's where we used to be. 10 years ago, Australian cotton was used as the core in this mix, and it was used to carry the lesser quality cottons used in producing commodity yarns. The 40 to 59 count category is the premium yarn category, and it requires longer staple cottons, such as what we're producing in Australia now. This is around 15% of the market. It's a segment big enough for us to move most of our crop into when we get it to that stage. These longer staple cottons are produced in Australia, in the San Joaquin Valley of California, in India and in China. This is the segment where Australian cotton competes at present. The final and smallest category is the fine yarn category, which requires extra long staple cottons. You might be familiar with the terms Pima cotton or Egyptian cotton. These are the longest staple cottons produced in the world and the finest cottons. There are substantial premiums paid for these cottons and for this yarn category. We're looking very closely at this one also. Our mill survey results show that Australia supplies around 1/3 of the premium yarn category, and this is who we compete with. As you can see, the US Upland, the SJV Ultima are our biggest competitors, along with the Indian cotton. We do compete well in this category, but are looking at how we can push Australian cotton even further up the scale into the fine yarn category. This is where the Premium Cotton Initiative comes in. The Premium Cotton Initiative is about developing awareness of the spinning properties of Australian cotton. Laboratory spinning trials showed that Australian long staple cotton has significant potential to be used in the production of 60 to 80 count yarns. Commercial spinning trials have been conducted with our PCI spinning mill partners to prove that these results can be replicated in commercial spinning mills. Our aim is to follow these trials through to finished fabrics and products. Through the PCI, we are working with several brand owners and retailers to ensure that Australian cotton is recognised for its premium quality attributes and also its sound environmental credentials. The cotton industry doesn't have a $60 million budget to pursue these sort of initiatives, but with the cooperation between AXA, CRDC and CSIRO, we are giving it a go, and we're sort of doing it in our own way. But the best management practices is a program I just want to talk briefly about. BMP is the Australian cotton industry's guide for growing cotton in harmony with the environment. Some of this information might shock a few people, because I think there's a fair bit of misinformation out there about the environmental credentials of the cotton industry. There is a growing consumer demand for cleaner and greener products that have less impact on our environment. Our customer surveys show that while quality and traceability remain key factors, there is an increasing interest and desire for eco-accredited, ethically produced fibre. BMP is our guarantee of environmental and ethical stewardship. It has a fully audited processes and a traceable supply chain from the farm to the consumer. It's a natural choice. This is a chart of comparisons of Australian BMP versus organic cotton. Through the BMP program, Australian cotton growers are able to clearly demonstrate that Australian cotton uses less chemicals, less water, less land and less carbon output than alternative growths. I don't believe organic cotton is the answer that well-informed consumers will accept. BMP underpins Australia's environmental and ethical credentials, providing an authentic, legitimate alternative to organic cotton. This is an alternative that is high quality, reliable, traceable, and above all, sustainable. BMP standards are being implemented throughout the supply chain to provide added assurance to our mill customers. The Australian cotton industry is proud of its BMP program, and AXA fully supports the industry in promoting BMP cotton in the domestic and international markets. Who grows cotton that is as gentle on your skin as it is on the environment? This is supportive sale material we developed for a couple of products in a pilot project that we launched at the Australian Cotton Conference in August last year. Yesterday I attended the food segment and I listened to Greg Davis outline the Coles strategy in the food session. Their mantra is better quality at lower prices. I'm sure all of you have heard that one and seen it. This is what our spinning mill customers want. However, our producers want higher prices for better quality. I think we were hearing that from the wool producers before too. Through the PCI, we are trying to achieve this. We've got a lot of work to do, but we're making some good progress. However, there is one critical thing. The forward market is the critical plank in achieving this. That's why I refer to it as a jewel in the crown of the cotton industry. And it's something that will be challenged as we go forward, as we expand the volumes and when we have very volatile prices like we have now. There are huge temptations out there to default on contracts when it's been sold forward at $500 and the current market's at $900. So in summary, Australian cotton production has bounced back and hit new records after a decade of drought. Our forward market will allow our growers to take advantage of high prices and secure water to lock in attractive returns. Continuous quality improvement is positioning Australian cotton in the premium and fine yarn categories. Our BMP program ensures that our cotton is produced in harmony with the environment and is sustainable, high quality and traceable. Thank you.